I sang the song, don't know if you heard me, Tainted Love during the middle of that story. And this is another Tainted Love that I'm not open with.
Oh, yeah.
And
Nice.
there's a Tainted Love connection even now that I think about it. But I wanted to look at I'm a big fan of Michael Jackson. I'm happy to say that.
I'm just going to, before you carry on talking about Michael Jackson, I'm going to pause it. What do you mean exactly by tainted love connection? Because as far as I know, the love connection is
the old love.
when you make the beast with two
No, the
backs.
connection of the song Tainted Love.
I see. Okay, all right. So you love Michael Jackson. And of course, he sang Tainted.
No,
Love.
he didn't.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
But I wanted to look at his weird relationship with Diana Ross.
Okay.
And it started, they met when Michael was 9 years old.
I mean, I'm sure I'm starting to question this.
Why? Because they were both part of the same record label, Motown. What a business success story that is. What a African American business success story Motown Records is. It was at that time the wealthiest black-owned business in America. And of course, it's called Motown because it's in Motown, which is Detroit, manufactured the cars. So Motown Records. Jackie Wilson was one of his first signings, and then there was a whole bunch in no particular order or chronological order. There was Stevie Wonder, the Supremes, the Commodores. Then there's the Temptations. These wonderful. Oh man. I mean, and Motown inspired so much of the 80s new wave stuff, and everyone just loved Motown. Anyways, the guy who started it, Berry Gordy. So he discovers Jackie Wilson, discovers Diana Ross and the Supremes, and in 1965, I must remember what my fact is that I don't give away too much here. He has an affair with
Michael Jackson.
No, 1965 with Diana Ross,
Okay.
and he's married.
I mean, I almost got that right.
Yeah, so
So
Berry
close.
Gordy, the owner of Motown, who even he wrote some songs like "I Want You Back" and "ABC" of the Jackson 5.
ABC.
Yeah, he wrote that. Yeah, and produced it. Yeah,
I'm not
Berry
going to sing
Gordy.
any more because
Yeah.
otherwise they might
It's lovely.
slap us with a copyright complaint.
And they had an affair, 1965, and it carried on for quite a bit. And what I can tell you is there was this lovely Supreme song which I love called "Set Me Free, Why Don't You, Baby?"
Oh, yeah?
And that was written by the songwriters at Motown because they saw the toxic relationship that he had with her and that he held over her. So he got her. They got her to sing the song "Set Me Free, Why Don't You, Baby?
It's
Get
a
out of
very
my life, why
Fleetwood
don't you,
Mac
baby?" I know.
type scenario, isn't it?
I
Yeah.
love that. Writing about the shit you're going through.
Yeah, but then making the other person sing it. That's
Crazy.
the
I love
the
that Fleetwood
thing.
Mac thing.
Oh, yeah. No, here we go. You sing this.
Yeah, I mean, Abbott did such a sanitized version of that because theirs was "Knowing Me, Knowing You"
Okay.
was their divorce song.
Oh, I
it was
see.
so sad. But the Tainted Love Connection, like Soft Cell, did a cover. It was actually a cover. Their version of Tainted Love was a cover. It was a 70s sort of disco hit. But the full version of Tainted Love starts with Tainted Love. Then after 3 minutes, there's a weird transition, and it goes into another song. Do you know which song?
No.
It goes into "Where Did Our Love Go" by the Supremes.
Okay.
Baby, baby, where did our love go?
Oh, right.
Yeah, so that's the full version, but he does a sad new wave, 80s version of that. So, and now it's time for my fact.
Okay.
Is Berry Gordy and Diana Ross actually share a child? They had a child together.
Oh, I thought you meant like at a restaurant. They're like, hey, do you want to split the child? Sounds delicious, but I couldn't eat a whole baby. Sure, why not? Yeah. Well, is that child Michael Jackson? Because that would really, really bring your fact the whole way around.
Well, that's funny because at some point, some of the weird rumors of the weird connection between Michael and Diana was that maybe Diana was his biological mother and stuff. So that's weird. But that was just a weird rumor.
Yeah, I mean, the difficulty of being a mother is it's very hard to give birth to an illegitimate child that you don't know about. It's a very awkward kind of hard thing to do.
So They met. Now back to Michael and Dinah. They met because they were in Motown, and he signed up the Jackson 5 with his cute little Michael leading the band. And so Michael always said she was like a mother figure. Then they grew up a bit of a sister figure. Then did they? Didn't they? You know, it's still a big question. No one really knows.
They probably didn't. You like to live in a fun fair with a chimpanzee. I mean, like if the 1980s were the 2020s, we might have called him an incel. You know, I mean, and that's being kind.
Yeah.
You know,
Look,
that's assuming all of the cases that he settled weren't actually settled because he was guilty.
The only bit of evidence slash rumor I've heard that might indicate that they did was the one night they went out together. Dinah was supposed to be staying in her hotel room. She didn't come over. Then the next day at an event, she saw her friend, who reported to a reporter that Diana said, well, he's not gay.
Okay. I mean, there was I can't remember her name, but the mother of his children. It was all the stories
Debbie
at the time. Yeah, when
An Australian.
Yeah, when she had his children, there was all the stories at the time that were like, oh, it's impossible to be his children because he couldn't. He doesn't at all. He's sort of asexual. So that would convert everything. Maybe she was saying he's not gay because he's actually asexual. He only gets turned on by like chimpanzees. I don't know.
All right, but back to the thing. You say it's you said true. Why not? Dinah Ross and Berry Gordy shared a child. The fact is true. It is true. Dinah Ross became romantically involved with Motown CEO Berry Gordy in 1965. Relationship lasted several years, resulting in the birth of Ross's eldest child, Rhonda Suzanne Silberstein, in August 71. 2 months into her pregnancy with Rhonda, she married executive Robert Ellis Silberstein, music executive, who raised Rhonda as his own daughter despite knowing her true paternity. Ross told Rhonda that Gordy was her biological father when Rhonda was 13 years old. Beforehand, Rhonda referred to Gordy as Uncle BB.
All right, well, there you
It's
go.
like Uncle BB.
There you go.
He's your daddy.
The sordid inner world of
Uncle
Motown.
BB is your daddy. I bet it's a Supreme song.
I'm regretting everything.